Hi guys, Franco Charles here with Empower Leadership. And boy, what a great day it is. And I trust that you are growing in your purpose, maximizing your potential, and empowering those around you. Today I have an interesting topic that I would like to share with you today, and it's on leadership. I want to talk about the uniqueness of leadership. But as you continue to grow in your leadership, perhaps you are a passionate individual, a CEO, an entrepreneur, or a passionate person that just wants to grow, or perhaps you are a pastor, and you continue to grow and find the knowledge and the wisdom and the empowerment to make the difference around you. You know, leadership is not just a position or a title, but it's actually making the lives of those around you better and not bitter. Leadership is not manipulation, but it's motivation. It's helping others to grow into the fullness of what they were destined to become. Today I want to share on a message that I shared about 10 years ago at a live event, and I was talking about leadership. Leadership is a unique topic. It's probably one of the top topics that is being discussed everywhere you go. While here at Empower Leadership, Carol and I, our specialty is building teams. I want to draw your attention today on the uniqueness of leadership. And I want to break this word down so that you can have a clarity, and I trust that it adds value to you in all that you're doing as you continue to lead those that are around you, whatever capacity that you're in. And you can even do it at a higher performance, impacting those around you. As I mentioned before, leadership is not just influence. It's not just leading people, but it's making a difference in people. It's transforming people. So let's take a look at it. So you look at the word leadership, L-E-A-D-E-R-S-H-I-P. Now I want to break this word down. The word leader or lead means to guide. So the first thing I want you to understand when you're leading, a leader is a guide. Very basic, but it's overlooked and it's something that is always underestimated. A leader is a guide. Whenever you hear the word leader or lead, you're looking at somebody that guides. Now, that says a whole lot simply because of the person who is leading, they're guiding, they have to know exactly where they are going. You know, I always say there's two types of leaders. There are destiny leaders and there are ditch leaders. Destiny leaders are those that lead you to the fullness of your design. They help you to unlock the unlimited possibilities of your potential and you become better. These are destiny leaders. They guide you. But there's also ditch leaders. You know, Jesus said it, one of the greatest leaders that ever walked the planet said, how can the blind lead the blind? But they both will fall into a ditch. I have a question for you. Are you leading people to their destiny or are you leading them to a ditch? I like to call it the two types of leaders, destiny leaders and ditch leaders. So as a leader, you have to know where you're going. You must know the map. You must have traveled to where you're taking others first, and you know exactly where you're going. Unfortunately, in our day and time, we have people that are leading because they think because they're in a position, but they're not guiding. See, leadership is more than just being in a position. It's more than just a title. It's more than just an astute status. It's you are guiding people. You're guiding them to the fullness of victory. You're guiding them to their wins. You're guiding them to hope. You're guiding them to empowerment. So a leader is one that guides successfully. Now let's look at the other word, ship. The word ship simply means vessel. This gets very interesting simply because now you can see that the leader not only just guide, but if you put the word together, ship, the ship simply means a vessel. Franco, what does this mean? That means a vessel is responsible for what is called cargo. Very interesting. Why is it so interesting? Here's why. Because as a leader, as you're guiding the potential and the purpose and the future of people. So what is the cargo that you are guiding? You're guiding people's potential as a leader. You're guiding their purpose as a leader. And you're guiding their future as a leader. Wow. That's why I tell people all the time, don't rush to be a leader. Because when you become a leader or you become in leadership, you are responsible to guide people to their potential, their purpose, and their future. In other words, as long as people have been around you, They are transforming into becoming better. That's not enough. Here is more. Not only are you guiding them in the vessel, but the vessel is carrying cargoes. That's the purpose of a ship. A ship is responsible to take cargoes. It can be whatever it may be. Whatever the supply that is on that ship, that vessel is responsible, and I'm about to close, to bring it to what I like to call its destination. Leaders guide in a vessel, which is a ship, the cargo, which is potential, purpose, and future, to a destination. Let's put it all together. As a leader, in leadership, or a leader, you guide. You guide in your team. You guide in your vision. You guide in your business. You guide in your organization, your church. But you must know, as a guide, what you are carrying. And I have one last word I want to share with you, because it's not only just you guiding in a vessel, which is the ship, the cargo, which is people's potential, people's life, their family, their vision, their dreams, to a destination. It simply means then, as a leader, you might want to focus on the big C, which I call capacity. That means if you are a leader, you are guiding. But if you do not have the capacity, leave people alone. Leave people alone. You know, the interesting story about when Jesus said to the disciples, said, follow me and I will make you. Which means he had enough for himself, but also to transfer to those around him. Most of the time we follow leaders that doesn't have the capacity. They don't know where they're guiding you. They don't have a vessel, which is they don't even know how to get you on the ship to carry your cargo to the destination, because they lack the capacity. Listen, I want to empower you today. That if you're still discovering your leadership, or you're still growing in your leadership, you're still understanding what it is, or you've got a misconception about what leadership is not for you to be served, but it's for you to serve others. He who wants to be head, he who wants to be the top, he who wants to be the leader must be the one that serves. Leadership is transformation. It is guiding people to their destination. And you must have the capacity to ensure that all of this takes place. Listen, I want to empower you today. If you have not experienced our empowered training, or even the developing of your team, we want you to connect today. I want you to go to our website, don't wait, right now, www.empower.training. And I want you to get plugged in to our training today. I want to empower you today. So don't just guide, don't just lead. Know where you're going, but do it with strategy, do it with empowerment, but also do it with wisdom. Because at the end of the day, as a leader, you guide a cargo, potential purpose and future, family, and the rest goes on, but you must hold the capacity. If you notice that why most people are not transformed, most people are not coming to their fullness, is because most people are being guided by a leader that has no capacity. Follow me and I will make you. That means you have enough for you and you have enough for me to transform me into where I need to go and what I need to be. I want to empower you today. Contact us, www.empower.training, to get more of these empowered strategies into your business, your church, or even your own personal life. Until next time, you stay empowered.